Oh, I'm fucking bright here. Hmm. Hi, Yoha. I'm running late, and I'm like, where do I set up for the camera for stretches? Hi, Air. Um, I'm kind of like, I could just do it here. We're in Orgrimmar. If I could do it like on top of a building, that'd be neat. Eh, right here works. Hi, Bits. Can't believe Euland is late again. I'm literally not late. I'm on time. Heck you. Ugh. Oh, I didn't do this. Hi, Smug. Wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely as he means to. Why am I so fucking bright? God damn it. Whatever. Whatever, I'm just reflective. What do I need to do? Hi, Jan. I don't think I need to... God, I have this, like, core sense that I'm forgetting something. I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I forgetting something? Sun bleached. Eyebrow bro. Eyebrow diggity. I put on 5 fucking pounds on Thanksgiving. You're so bright. I know. Okay. Maybe I find some shadows. Behavior. Look at me. No, I'm still a light bulb in the shadows. Hi, Shirkan. I really wanted to, like, fucking exercise here, but I'm just bright as shit here. This is a really good map, though. This is, like, the best version of Orgrimmar I've seen in VR chat. They actually had an NPC standing around. Oh, I wonder if they have the elevators working. That would be cool. They do not have elevators working. How would you even... So can you just not get up top? Euland is the light of our lives. How dare you? How dare you? Hi, Harry. Oh, I can see where a part was stitched together. Am I gonna be bright even in the cleft of shadow? Yep. Okay. We'll just go to the Black Cat. Ah. Yay, I'm not a light bulb. The difference in sound between each map. The Black Cat is just so quiet, and I turned it up to 60, and every other map I have like 20 to 30. Da-dun, 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 dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. That's good. Although I'm a little turned, but whatever. Yeah. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was awesome. Although I was dealing with... I don't want to say drunk parents, but... definitely under the influence parents. And then the stuffing exploded. If anybody's in the Discord, go check out the Neat Stuff channel. Because, the family friend who was preparing a lot of the food, she had like a glass potware in the oven that she was making the stuffing with. She picked it up, and the handles just came off. And this like really thick glass potware thing with all the stuffing in it just fell, hit the ground, and exploded across 3 rooms. And there's 2 pictures in the Neat Stuff channel. The first is just the glass all over the floor. The second is the turkey that was on the counter. It had a massive shard of glass. It was like this long. Literally just go into the turkey like 2 inches. Like, if that had hit a person, it, you know, might have killed them. And what was crazy is that the person who was holding it wasn't hurt at all. Everything exploded away from her. But, like, it did a lot of, well, I don't know that it did any damage to anything other than the glass pan that broke. But, like, that one shard, which could have, like, fucking broken anything. It could have gone into a wall. It could have gone into a person. It could have, like, hit a light fixture. The one thing it hit was the turkey, which just cushioned it and caught it. But yeah, that person was really sad. One, because that was like her favorite dish. And 2, because the stuffing was her favorite part. And she kept being like, I'm so sad about this. Thanksgiving is ruined. And we're like, we're going to have a great story to tell for Thanksgiving. Hi, honey. And also, like, pretty sure the important part of Thanksgiving is you hosting while mom is recovering from surgery, not just the stuffing. How did that even exploded? It was like a 20-year-old glass pan thing. And so it was oven safe. It had just been weakened over 20 years and under significant heat. Hi, Juice. No, they ruined Thanksgiving by planting a pipe bomb in the stuffing. Well, it technically didn't even explode. It was just the handles of the glass tray came off. It was like a, you know, a deep glass tray thing, and they had the handles, and then it just fell out from the handles. It was like the handles just off of it, and then it fell. Juice, you said pipe bomb, and now all I can think about is Hatsune Miku. Hi, Ordinary Rock. Juice messaged me this morning and I forgot to look at it. I'm gonna look at it now. Can I click anything in Discord? That'd be real nice. No. Can't. I'm not on the treadmill, so I can click it. What? Oh? Where did my mouse just go? Kimono friend smile. You literally said that exact message with that exact emote. Yeah, I remember you saying you liked Kimono Friends, and now I'm like, oh, I think of Juice when I see Kimono Friends, so I'm gonna send this to him. The Cammy stretch, that's what we need to do. Okay, planking. Done. What are we at? 12 minutes. They're going to 13:30. Yeah. I don't know. I hope all the Americans had a good Thanksgiving. I hope all the non-Americans just had a good day. 'The Walking Video YouTube channel. Almost at 200 subscribers. I'm happy about that. Ah. 50 seconds. Stream streak. I hate streaks. Why do they give me streaks? 30 seconds. 25. God, I'm shaking a lot. 20. 15. 10. 7. 6. 5. 4. 2. 1. 0. Ugh. I hate planking. I know I say it every time, but I really do just hate planking. Alright, everybody look away. Everybody look away, don't look at me. Alright, you can look now. Pins. Into. Yeah. Oh, wait, I actually forgot the mask. What? No new video from yesterday. It was Thanksgiving, so I didn't really have time. But we're gonna walk through Silvermoon. I lost one. Alright. So if anybody had something crazy happen over Thanksgiving, please share. for me, my uncle's visiting from Georgia. My mom is recovering from surgery. And so we went to a friend's house who was hosting Thanksgiving. It was gonna be her and her boyfriend, fiance, I'm not sure. But he actually got COVID like a week ago. And so he couldn't be there. And so it was 5 of us. It was me, my parents, my uncle, and the family friend. I I streamed yesterday, and then I passed out for 2 hours because we walked on 12-degree incline. And so after the 12-degree incline, I just fell asleep for 2 hours. I was just fucking gone. And then when I woke up, I went upstairs and I was like, hey, when are we going over to family friends? They're like, oh, in like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh god, that's no time at all. Okay. I need to shower. And like 2 people in the house also needed to shower. And so it was like, alright, I'll wait. Because I have one of those houses that if 2 people are showering, you run out of hot water. And so, I called my grandma and talked to her a bit. Because she always calls on Thanksgiving. And then after like 20, 30 minutes, my dad came down. Nobody's told me yet that the shower's open. And he's like, hey, you ready to go? And it's like, no, I haven't, no. And so I'm like taking the fastest shower of my life. I get out of the shower. This is like a 5-minute shower, by the way. And I get out of the shower, and my dad and my uncle have already left. They're just like, we're gonna take 2 cars. And I'm like, what? That took 5 minutes. But apparently they went there and then called back, and my dad was like, actually, I don't want 2 cars. So I'm already here, and your uncle's gonna come back with his car, and then you're gonna drive over again in another car. Hi, Gail. Heck you. And so I drove over there with my mom and uncle. We get there, and everybody's just like, don't take your shoes off. There's glass everywhere. My dad had gotten there, started like changing the music on the TV, and that's when the stuffing explosion happened. Hi, Fracta. You and you bastard let me hug you. You just join on me. Just add me in VR chat and come here, Fracta, and I'll hug you. Easy. What was it? So we spent like 10, 20 minutes. How do you explode stuffing? I hate you. What? Fracta, there is no excuse for you not to come here and get a hug if you want one. You don't need VR, you can play desktop. You don't even need a PC. Apparently, VR chat's on mobile now. But like, okay, so Ordinary Rock. The stuffing was cooked in an oven-safe glass pan. So it's like, 2 inches deep, really thick glass, rated oven safe. The person who cooked it has used that dish for like 20 years. It was like their favorite dish in Old Reliable. Hi, Autumn. You want to walk in VR too? Hell yeah. It was just old. It was just an old dish, Ordinary Rock, where the handles fell off and then it hit the ground. And then it was just glass with weight on it and exploded all over the place. And so we were picking up just like massive chunks of glass out from all over the floor, the countertops, the windows, the tables. The scary part, Ordinary Rock, there was a really big piece of the glass that, like, embedded itself in the turkey that was on one of the countertops. We had this turkey that was wrapped in foil, and it was, like, 2 inches into the turkey. And, like, if that had been a person, that would have just been 2 inches into a person. So was it a good Thanksgiving? It was an awesome Thanksgiving. But the people that were excited for stuffing didn't get stuffing. Glass turkey. Thankfully, the turkey was wrapped in foil, so it was only that one piece that was in the turkey, and it was easy enough to just pull out. Because all of the other pieces kind of just, like, bounced off the turkey, or bounced off the foil. 1.2 inch into a person. Yeah, it was definitely, like, so the person who it, like, fell apart on, it was like, she was ground center, right? Like, she was right fucking there. But it all, like, blew up away from her. So she didn't have a scratch on her, thankfully. Nah, I wouldn't have taken the chance. No horny in this wholesome server? Wholesome server? Huh? Rakta, are you in the right... Do you know what we do here? I don't know if this is wholesome. We have beach episodes. We should have another beach episode soon. It was for the best stuffing sucks. No, this person actually makes really good stuffing, and, like, if you don't want stuffing, you just don't have it, right? Euland and Wholesome, what kind of nightmare are you in, Fracta? Beach episodes? Yeah, we'll have beach episodes. I'll, Anyway. Anyway, so... we cleaned up that. Then, we actually had food. Everything was good. I didn't particularly like the cornbread, but everyone else did. And I didn't like it for Euland reasons, because, like, Euland being picky reasons, right? The cornbread had little bits of corn in it. So I was just like, oh, there's just a whole ass corn in the cornbread. Whereas I feel like that's something other people would like. I don't know. The turkey was fucking perfect. The mashed potatoes were perfect. Why wouldn't your father go into the shed or workspace? Why in the house or kitchen? What do you mean? What world is this? This is a YouTube video, Autumn. I'm using the stream camera to filter out the environment. So as you probably recognize, this is the black cat. And then the actual, what you're seeing in me walk through is a YouTube video. You can see all my YouTube videos down below. There's the walking channel, where I record walking through video games. This specific video is Silvermoon from World of Warcraft. Prakta, I don't know what you mean by going into the shed. Wait, stupid reason. I thought he was stuffing with a Build-A-Bear stuff. No. So there's, like, Thanksgiving stuffing, which is like turkey stuffing. I don't actually know what stuffing is made out of, now that I think about it. But it goes really well with turkey. It's a food. Some people like it, some people don't. I know my mom doesn't. I feel like I usually don't, but I've tried it before, and I was like, this isn't bad. Breadcrumbs, typically? Okay. Stuffing has veggies and cornbread? Ah. Stuffing is the intestines and blood of anyone you've killed that year. I'm not so sure about that one, Juice. But we didn't have stuffing. The person who makes the stuffing had been cooking the stuffing for like 2 days, so she was incredibly sad about it. But we ate, and then like 10 years ago. Hi, Global. I like your mom. I think she tastes good. That's probably all the medicine in her right now, because she's recovering from surgery. Anyway, I bought my mom One Night Ultimate Werewolf like 10 years ago. I saw the Game Grumps play it literally a decade ago. And I was like, hey, my mom's really good at Clue. She's really good at picking up context clues from everyone. And so she'd probably be really, really good at the game One Night Ultimate Werewolf. So I bought it for her. And then we were just never able to play it for the longest time. And so everybody was like, hey, Yulin's been trying to play this game for 10 years. Let's play it. Let's play it. The first time I tried to play it like 6 years ago, or shit, it would have been like 8 years ago, was with my mom, my dad, my grandfather, and my step-grandmother. And it didn't work out because my grandparents do not understand lying. And so, like, the round would start and it'd be like, okay, Dad, what role are you? And he was like, I'm a Mason, and I didn't see any other Masons. Okay, Grandpa, what role were you? Oh, I'm a werewolf. Okay, Grandpa, you're not supposed to tell us you're a werewolf. Oh, okay. So we reshuffle. All right, Grandpa, what role are you this time? Oh, I got werewolf again. God damn. Oh, okay. So playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf with old people sucked. But last night, it was really hard getting the rules down, and I was making some mistakes. I didn't explain the seer, because in the mock version of the game we played, the seer wasn't in play. And then when someone was the seer in the real version, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't explain this. And it was like, it seemed like everybody was having fun, but they were just a little exhausted from it. And so we did like 4 or 5 rounds so that until people got to 3 points. And this is fucking hilarious. Right at the end, I thought it clicked with my dad. Because my dad was the robber. My uncle was the werewolf. Family friend was the troublemaker. And my mom was the Mason. And basically, they figured out who everyone was. Like, they had it all down. And they knew that either my dad or my uncle was the werewolf. But what my dad, who was the robber, had switched with the werewolf. And so I was like, oh, all my dad needs to do is make it seem like my uncle is the werewolf. He has all the information. He has all the power in this game. And he doesn't. He's like, can I vote for myself? And it's like, no, you can't vote for yourself. What? And so we flip the cards. And Dad just goes, fuck! Wait, I thought I was the robber. And it was like, yeah, you were. And then you stole the werewolf card. But I think they had fun. They said they kind of wanted to do it again. After that, has anybody heard of a game called Pit? I've never heard of Pit until last Thanksgiving when we played it. Among Us? No. Pit. So Pit is a game where everybody gets 9 cards. And there's like suites in the cards. It's not a standard playing deck. It's a deck of cards where there will be like 9 of a commodity. So there's 9 coffee cards. There's 9 orange cards. Like oranges. There's 9 wheat cards. There's 9 oat cards. 9 soybean cards. And then there's 2 extras. A bear and a bull. And so the goal of this game is to trade with people. So if you have, like, let's say you have 7 barley and 2 coffee, you would want to trade those 2 coffees away, and you're like, all right, 2. I'm trading 2. And you always keep them face down. You don't tell people what you're trading. And someone else will be like, I'll trade 2, and so you trade those 2 cards. You can't trade 2 to 1. You have to trade the same amount, and you have to keep them the same set. So you can't be like, I'm trading 1 wheat and 1 soybean. You have to trade 2 wheat. And you keep trading until you have 9 of a set. 2 people get an extra card because of the bear and the bull. The bear sucks. If you finish a round with the bear, you have negative 20 points at the end. If you finish a round with the bull, you also have negative 20 points. But the bull is also a wild card, and if you use it as a wild card, it's not negative 20. So if you got like 8 wheat and a bull, you could like ring a bell in the middle and be like, I won and I get the points for wheat. It's a very chaotic game. It's a very people like, oh god. Oh god, you've all just been Loughied. No, not mute. I need to fucking stand still. Loughy? Oh god, wrong universe. Tell me if this is a little loud. Just a tad? Let me accurately change the sound. How is that? Is that better? It can go down more if it needs to. No. No, it's good. No, it needs to go down more. Well, now I know where Loughy comes from. Down more? Okay. I like that level. Yeah, Jen, this is where Loughy comes from. Hi, Pixel. Mods, increases incline. He fucking woke me up. No! Not after yesterday. But yeah, so Pit is one of those games where, like, it's one of those games where I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to play Pit. Let's play Pit. And then, like, after every round, 1 or 2 people go, this game fucking sucks. I hate this game. Because only one person can win a round. So you're gonna finish around with, like, 8 of a set. And you were so close to getting rid of that one. Or somebody, like, just traded you the bear. Because the bear is constantly moving around. Nobody wants to keep it, right? And so, Pit is fun. I enjoy Werewolf a lot more, but it's it's just one of those games where everybody's like, please get rid of this card. Or please, I fucking hate this game. We were playing with wet cards. My dad was dealing the first time. And he knocked over a drink that went all over the cards, and it was just like, well, individually press each card with a towel. And then by the end, they were just a little soggy. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We played to 300 points, which the family friend got to. And everybody at this point was like, thank God. I'm eating a Cinnabon. I'll join VRC in a bit. Hog wet cards. Actually, Pixel, you can't join anymore because you just told me you're eating a Cinnabon. And you've brought up my trauma from the really bad Cinnabon I had. So... Mods, crush his balls. I used to love cinnamon rolls. I used to have cinnamon rolls like... Hi, Zuby. I used to have like 2 cinnamon rolls every day for breakfast. Eland, are you a boy or a girl? I'm a boy. What? It's homemade, though? Then why did you call it a Cinnabon? That's just a good time. The Cinnabon is a brand, Pixel. And then there's cinnamon rolls. I am a attack helicopter. I love you, Zuby. I love how just like innocent and naive you are in so many things, while saying something that's just slightly offensive. And it's just like, ugh, he doesn't know. And it's just so consistent with you, Sag. Oh, it's raining. So, what the fuck, you had 2 cinnamon rolls for breakfast? They were the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls from a tube, so they were really small. They were like, not even fist size, but like a child's fist size. What if I told you Filipinos also just call every tube of toothpaste Colgate? What? You can't do that. Colgate's just a brand. Americans do a lot of the same stuff too. If anything's like a plastic container, it's Tupperware. Even though Tupperware is a brand. And the entire South calls all sodas Coke. Look, they were good Cinnabons. So I used to have 2 Pillsbury cinnamon rolls every morning for breakfast. I fucking love cinnamon rolls. And then while I was traveling with my mom, there was a Cinnabon at the airport and we were at a layover. And she was like, hey, there's a Cinnabon. You've never had that, right? And I was like, yeah. You want to have one? Yeah. And so we go to this Cinnabon. It was so vile. It was like a cinnamon roll. It was giant for starters. It was a Cinnabon cinnamon roll. And it was like it had gotten forgotten in the back for 3 weeks. And they were like, oh, we need to get rid of this one. It was stale. It just tasted so bad. We call handkerchiefs tempo? You ate the fist of a child? No, I ate cinnamon rolls that were the size of a fist of a child. Every Cinnabon experience I've had, it was so awful. And what was crazy was that, like, people knew I ate cinnamon rolls for breakfast, and they were just like, oh, you probably love Cinnabon. And I was like, I've never had one. This Cinnabon was so bad, it made me not like cinnamon rolls. And, like, I can eat them now. Now, if there was a cinnamon roll in front of me, I'd be like, fuck yeah. But, like, ugh, this, I couldn't eat cinnamon rolls for, like, 3 years because of the Cinnabon. It was just that bad. And I remember my mom was mad about it. Because I'm so picky. There's, like, a short list of foods I like. This list has, like, 12 things on it. And when something gets removed from that, and I become more difficult to feed, because now it's a list of 11, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Let me get my cinnamon roll outfit. Never had those. Jesus, my father did the same thing when he wanted me to try new as a child. You ever had this food? No, want to try? Yeah! I love how every story makes you sound like you are a 4-year-old. Look, it's always the stories about my sense of taste. Because my sense of taste is that of a 4-year-old. Speaking of taste, we had so much dessert yesterday. We had 2 pies. One of them, I think, was called a Kentucky pie. It was chocolate chips, pecans, And I forget what the standard stuffing was. He's a 4-year-old? No! The other pie was an apple pie. And then we had chocolate cake, but it's like chocolate cake made with pumpkin, so it's not like a really decadent chocolate. I think Eland is at least 7. Oh my god. And then we also had ice cream. Oh, a Kentucky Derby? I mean, if it's a Kentucky Derby pie, maybe? I hear Kentucky Derby and I'm just like, no, it's not a horse race. I tried the apple pie. I typically don't like pies, but this apple pie, I was like, look, that's all stuff I should like, so I'll try it. I had ice cream and the chocolate cake. I love this chocolate cake. This chocolate cake is a thing my mom has been making for like 15 years that I fucking love. The Kentucky Derby is a horse race. I'm not sure if Pixel is saying this type of pie is called a Kentucky Derby, named after it. Ask Proxy about the horses. I only know prize. I'm pretty sure the pie came after the race. The Kentucky Derby is a very famous horse race, Pixel. And derbies in particular are horse races. So, if it's a Kentucky pie, that makes sense to me. If it's a Kentucky Derby, I feel like that's just named after the race. I don't know. Well, you know, is it a car thing? I always thought it was a horse thing. Maybe it is just a race thing. It might not specifically be a horse race. I might have just been saying that wrong. A derby is a race. I thought derby was a car thing, like a race where you destroy everything. That is true. If it's a demolition derby, it's just a bunch of cars running into each other. Somebody look up the definition for a derby. Do people draw R34 of the racers too for the Kentucky Derby? Probably not, because the people that draw R34 stuff probably don't care much about horse racing. Although I'm sure there is some smut of that. I don't know, I should have gotten a slice of the Kentucky Derby pie, or Kentucky pie. No, Kentucky Derby pie is a southern pie? Okay. Any of several horse races held annually and usually restricted to 3-year-olds? What? A race or contest open to all comers or to a specified category of contestants. Okay. The second definition makes a lot of sense. 3 a hat. Any of several horse races held annually and usually restricted to 3-year-olds. That sounds fucking wrong. Oh, I'm misunderstanding what R34 was? What did you think R34 was, Jan? Because R34 is Rule 34, which means if it exists, there's porn of it. So Rule 34 is like just smut, just any porn. I haven't had any drinks. I'm gonna get a drink. Oh! Usually restricted to 3-year-olds. Okay. I didn't understand that that was restricted to 3-year-old horses. That makes sense. I thought it was like a horse race for 3-year-old children. I was like, that's what? Huh? What? That doesn't sound like it makes sense at all. Doesn't know of Uma Musume Pretty Derby? I am more of a Rule 63 kind of guy. Omega lol, this dude. It doesn't say 3-year-old horses. I see 3-year-olds and I think of people. Because I'm people. Euland. Look, it was a dumb moment for sure. It was definitely, like, obvious that it was about horses. I'm gonna take you by the ears. How dare you? I didn't do anything, like, malicious or misbehaving. I just did a dumb. Pixel, are you going to be the abusive parent that, like, grabs your kids by the ears when they just do stupid stuff? That's fucked up. Euland, are you people? Yes, I am people. Humans are people, and I count for that. Okay, those two definitions of derbies make sense now. I should have had a slice of the Kentucky Derby pie. There's half of it still upstairs, and I'll probably have a slice of it after walking. Shake you just a little. Oh my god. Ignorance does not protect against punishment in law? Okay, what law did I break, Zuby? In what law have I broken? Well, the law of Pixel, your parent? That's not how that works, Zuby. That is not at all how that works. Oh? As long as your feet are under his table, you follow his rules? Zuby, that's not how it works. That's not at all how it works. In fact, there are many laws that protect children from their parents. For example, if you have a child that's, let's say, 15, and you send them to work at McDonald's, the parent cannot take that money. That is the child's money. The parent can lock it away. They can prevent them from spending it and, like, put it in a bank account or hold it and give it to them when they're 18. But the parent is not allowed to just be like, this is your rent, I'm taking all this. That is turbo illegal. I have actually seen quite a few cases of children that, like, kept all their, work checks to, like, show how much money they've got. And their parent was just, pocketing all of it. And then when they're 18, they just bring a lawsuit to their parents. Hi, absence cult. When they turn 18, they're just like, you owe me $77,000 from the last 3 years of me working or whatever. And the parent laughs at them. Euland, you are being too serious. Well, he literally said he was me. I know he was me. I'm just explaining, like, the actual reality of this. Damn, 77K in 3 years before 18. Where do I apply? That's like 3 years of minimum wage, Zooey. To be fair, it's not always black and white. It is not always black and white, but... What do you mean what? That's like 22 to 23K a year. No, that's not. That's not at all. Okay. 75 would be 25K, so it'd be a little more than 25K. Imagine making that much. That's minimum wage, but getting full hours. So if you actually worked like 40 hours a week, which no minimum wage job will actually pay. So, okay, let's say it's 30,000. Let's say they turn 18, and you're like, hey, I earn $10,000 a year. I earn $30,000. Give me my money. But aren't you emancipated once you are out of school? So there are certain laws that, like, students are not allowed to work more than this many hours. I think it does depend on the state. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by emancipated in this context. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, if that person had all the records and they were like, I want my money that I never got. Give it to me. And their parent was like, no, get out of my house, you're disowned. They can go to a lawyer and be like, I worked for 3 years, I earned this much money, and my parent pocketed all of it. Here's all the proof of the money I earned, and I've never seen any of it. That lawyer would be like, holy shit, field day, open shut case, I'll represent you for free. I just get, you pay me this much when we win. And they would, that would be like, that's a very difficult case for the parent who's been pocketing that money to not lose. Fun thing, when I got my tax return, my coworkers at the time looked at me like I was mad and asked, how'd you get so much money back? The basic honest was, I didn't have anything under my name that I owed. Example, no car tax. When my contract ended, I think it was the year before last year's taxes. Or maybe it was last year's taxes. I worked for 4 months, and then I didn't for 8 months. And so I ended up getting a really fat check in my tax returns. Oh, I gotta go Black Friday shopping and get presents. Stay safe, Pixel. Also, you should know that a lot of Black Friday shopping, stores have caught on to it. You're not always going to get such a good deal anymore. You got that much money back because you overpaid every pay period? No, it was something specifically like because they expected me to pay the whole year, and I didn't. You don't make more than 12K and none of your income is taxable? Yes. Yeah, I do price checking. Good. Because I've seen many videos that are like, you see something that's like 50% sale, $200, and then you move that price tag behind, and behind it is $200. Hi, Fanny. Do war crimes exist in WoW? Sort of. They don't have anything like a UN or Geneva conventions. It's just like, yo, this guy did a thing that's fucked up. So like Garrosh Hellscream, he dropped a nuke on a place before. Elon, that's been happening for 50 years. Elon's cuteness is a war crime. War crimes exist everywhere and the Red Cross cries. Yeah, so it wasn't like widespread. I felt like 10, 20 years ago, most stores weren't doing that. Of course, some were, but like a lot of places weren't. And now it kind of feels like very widespread. Eulon's tattoo is a war crime? What's wrong with my tattoo? What the fuck? Jan, Zoe messaged me yesterday and he's like, what if I just send it? What if we just play Monster Hunter all day tomorrow? And I was like, bro, I want nothing more than to play Monster Hunter with you. But it's Thanksgiving, I can't be there. It's right here, error. It's a tramp stamp. He said, fuck. And so he's like, fine, I'll just play Sandrock. This was funny. Corvu was in Zoe's chat yesterday, and they were chatting and talking shit about me and whatnot. I was actually doing, after Thanksgiving stuff, I was doing Mythic Dungeons in WoW yesterday. And I was fucking losing my mind. Mythic Dungeons are so stressful. I don't know if it's even fair. I haven't thought of buying a present for anyone this year. Maybe it's just my greedy ass, but I believe I don't have the funds for it. There's some people I'm gonna buy presents for. And I really need to, like, get a list of them and start looking at gifts for them. He just really loves Kingdom Hearts Global. Fuck you, Lost One. Really loves Kingdom Hearts. Fuck you, Pixel. I presume current gen Mythic. So there's two types of Mythics, Fanny. There's Mythic Dungeons, and there's Mythic Raids. Okay, Fracta. Core loves to shit talk Elin. I don't see any clause in the Geneva Convention that marks it as a war crime. You did good yesterday, Elin. Oh my god. Here's the thing, Lost One. Those guys, they do Mythic Dungeons as their main form of content in WoW. So they literally, like, they love doing Mythic Dungeons, and they've been doing them for like 4 years every week. For me, I started them when they came out, didn't have fun with them, and I have just not done them for the past 3 expansions. I didn't do them in Legion except for when they very first came out. I didn't do them at all in BFA. I didn't do them at all as Shadowlands. And I haven't done them in Dragonflight. Every now and then I'll do like 1 or 2 with those guys. But with this tank character, I'm like, I kind of want to do them more. And so I was learning the ropes. I was also playing the tank, which is the one who kind of runs the Mythic. It sets the pace, decides how fast we go and whatnot. And so Will is a very, very good healer. And typically he's very nice, but in Mythics he gets a little hard-ass. It was like pulling for me a little bit. And I had to tell him, like, please let me pull. This stresses me out so much. And he's like, alright, I got you. It was fun, though. It was fun. Mythic Dungeons are weird, because you'll die, like, 15 times and still time it. You pre-plan your routes. I don't know the dungeons enough to have a pre-plan for them, but I was looking at a mod that maps them out. And so I see a pre-planned route. I was having a little bit of trouble reading it in the Everbloom. But we did follow a route. And also these guys know the route so much that they can just be like, pull this and this. When I have tanked in the past, I have been a very aggressive tank when it comes to pulling. When mobs are at like 10% health, I'm pulling the next group. And so when somebody's pulling for me and I'm tanking, that makes me feel like I'm fucking up. That makes me feel like I'm not going fast enough. When I already thought I was going fast, it makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing. It makes me feel like I have lost all control. I don't know. People pulling me as a tank is just like instant heart rate going up 50 beats per minute. And so I would have the urge to pull all the mobs. Well, you definitely can't do that. Because in Mythic Plus, in Mythic Plus Dungeons, they've got different affixes and they've got really high scaling. So the 13 we did, we could pull a lot of things. But at level 15, they get bursting affix, which means when an enemy dies, you get a dot for 6 seconds. You did good, Yeland. I saw it was fine. When an enemy dies and you get that dot for 6 seconds, it stacks. And so, oh, like Mythic Plus? I don't know what you mean, Fanny. Mythic Plus is what we're talking about. So, yes, like Mythic Plus? If you pull 2 groups and kill them all at the same time, you're gonna get like 10 stacks of bursting, and it's just gonna kill your whole group, unless like your healer has some crazy cooldowns for it. I thought you meant like normal Mythic Dungeons for a while. No. So, normal Mythic Dungeons have a weekly lockout. Mythic Plus is something you can do whenever, so long as you have a key. And then Mythic Raids is the highest difficulty of raids. They came out with Mythic Raids first, and then they added Mythic 0 and Mythic Plus to the dungeons the next expansion. The watch streak message never lets me send. I know, Juice. I'm the same. I want those fucking points. I need a drink. I got the points, but I can't type in the chat and share. Hi, Logitech. And so... Oh yeah. I also did the second LFR yesterday on my tank. On my Demon Hunter. And I went in like, I don't know these fights. I'll learn them as I go. The other tank's gonna know, and I just gotta play off them. I get in there, and the other tank doesn't know the fights and is less geared than me, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. And so, on the first boss, they let me die because they didn't tank off me. And then on the second boss, I died and I almost died 2 more times. Because the way this boss works is, they charge somebody, and you need to move far away to reduce the damage of the charge. They charge the tank. And then after the charge, that tank takes like 200% increased physical damage. And so as soon as the charge goes off, the other person needs to taunt. And this guy just wasn't taunting off me, so I was just getting fucking rocked by these like super enhanced auto attacks. I was like, oh god, stop! Save me, dude! And so I have a feeling all these healers are like, ugh, this one tank just keeps dying. Meanwhile, the other tank is going, oh, I'm supposed to taunt now. Okay. It's just like, dude. But it was fun. I don't think I got any gear from the LFR, but oh well. Time to do dailies and get a mount today? Hell yeah. LFR tanks are, yeah. Never mind, Mountus tomorrow. You'll get it. You'll get it easy. I don't know. The Demon Hunter is really fun. It's been fun to tank, and it's not so convoluted and complex like the Monk. The Demon Hunter has like 5 abilities to use. The fucking Monk has like 24, and it's just like, oh my god, there's so much on this character. What the fuck? And it's like, no fucking wonder you never see Monk tanks. Scared Yulin noises are the best. Fuck you. I'm too addicted to doing nothing in Witchspring. I'm super excited for Season of Discovery. That's in 6 days. In Season of Discovery, god, I wish they would give me a server list. I need to find out as soon as possible what the servers are so I can message like 3 to 4 different groups of people, be like, I'm playing on this one. I'm told they're gonna have mega servers like they did with the hardcore classic stuff, but I still don't know if it's like there's gonna be 4 different servers or not. I don't know. Actually, Logitech, you probably know what the mega servers were like on Hardcore Classic. Was it just like a PvE server, a PvP server? Or was it like 5 different servers? Whoop, it's already 10, gotta go. Love you and have a lovely walk. Bye, Pixel. I didn't play Hardcore Classic. Ah, I see you are also someone who has self-respect. I didn't play it either. I like the daily clips of people fucking up in Hardcore Classic, but yeah, I didn't play it myself. Hardcore anything is just like, I can't fathom it. Because I don't like the idea of losing progress. If I played anything hardcore, it would be like for a day event. Like, hey, the 4 of us are going to level in Diablo hardcore. And if you die, you literally drop from the run. And the last one standing, I don't know, gets a prize or something. Like, that sounds like a really cool collab idea between 4 streamers. They play hardcore, and the last one standing wins. But other than that, hardcore is just like, I cannot comprehend why you would ever want to do this. The idea of, like, disconnecting and losing a character is just so awful to me. Or getting scanned by somebody who summons you with a Warlock Stone, but it's on a cliff so you fall to your death. When Classic came out, I got a War to 56 and quit because all my friends quit like 20 levels before me. I didn't even play World of Warcraft Classic because I was there, man. I was fucking there 19 years ago, man. There's too much quality of life in retail. It's really hard for me to go back and look at that and be like, see, this is fun. It feels more fun, in my opinion, makes fights more exciting since there's a huge risk. And I can understand that. But I'm not a thrill seeker. I don't get any fun from, like, the risk, the threat of losing something valuable. To me, that just stresses me out. I need a drink. Like in Diablo, you purely played hardcore? That's crazy. I don't even know if I made a character on hardcore in Diablo. I might have in Diablo 4 to play with Ico, and then we just never did it. In PoE, did mostly hardcore, but started to take it more chill and played SC occasionally. I don't trust my internet enough for hardcore stuff. Yeah. I tried Path of Exile something like 6 years ago. And I did not give it a fair chance. When I was playing it, I was just looking at it like, this is just trying to be Diablo 2. This is just like, literally, they're just like, we're Diablo 2, we're Diablo 2, you don't like Diablo 3, we're Diablo 2. And I thought it was trash. And so I only played it for like 20 to 30 minutes. Now I'm like, it's so different. And I've never heard anybody speak poorly of it, so it's like, I didn't give it a fair chance. I need to play it again. They're talking about Path of Exile 2, and from what I've seen, it looks really fucking good. I played a Hunter in Vanilla. So it was August of 06 onward before I played City of Heroes for 2 years. Path of Exile is rough to get into nowadays since there's so much stuff. 20 to 30 minutes, you barely even played it then? Yeah, no, I didn't give it a fair chance at all, Gale. All I could see was the health and mana orbs, and I was just like, they are literally just trying to copy Diablo. I hate this. That's not a big thing. I played Path of Exile for 6 hours in 2018. Also got 27k Apexis crystals. Will be a while till I get the 150k mount. Once you can do stuff in Tanan Jungle, and maybe you already are, you get a lot of Apexis crystals there. This is our very first walking video. This is literally video 1. Damn Elder Scrolls games or Diablo? What are you talking about? Every game with health and mana is Diablo? No, that's not what I said, Juice. What I'm saying is they had the health and mana orbs being held by eagle statues. And I was like, what? This looks literally exactly like Diablo. PoE properly starts once you reach maps, so the game's greater rifts. Since maps is where PoE gets more fun. Yeah, PoE was inspired by Diablo 2. I'm pretty sure it was. They literally were like, you want more Diablo 2, and we don't like the Diablo 3 direction, so they made Path of Exile. Eagle is the bird of Diablo? If you don't think Path of Exile looks anything like Diablo 2, I'm happy for you. For me, it bothered me. Mr. Euland. Yes. I never played Diablo 2. What is Diablo 2? Besides, I played Hardcore WoW and Vanilla. I leveled a hunter to level 40 without a pet. Hi, Gammy. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. Got a mage tower with a full queue. Regularly visit Tanan Jungle. Do the daily quests that give you crystals. I don't know how I can optimize it more. You probably can't. You're just gonna get a Pexus crystals. I played the shit out of Diablo 2. That was like my first online game. I do remember trying City of Heroes, and I didn't stick with it. I only played it for like a month. And I do remember switching to World of Warcraft at some point and playing the ever-living crap out of that. God damn it, you beat me to the baby, don't hurt me. Yeah, I did. I played a ton of Diablo 2 as a kid. Oh my god. My friend and I played it. And, I really like druids, and he really liked paladins. I played a, I played a lycanthrope druid. So with, like, the fury, and I'd poison everything with rabies. And then when I switched to World of Warcraft, I was like, oh, I can still play druid. This is so cool. And then at level 16, I got cat form, which was literally just a cat, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? I was a goddamn werewolf in Diablo 2. Now I'm just a cat. This game fucking sucks. I love D2 and PoE. Hi, Carface. Draenor Pathfinder is close if you don't count the requirements of getting revered by 3 factions. Yeah, I think that's the one that stops most people. When it came out, Draenor Pathfinder wasn't in the game when Warlords of Draenor first released. It wasn't until the 3rd raid when Tanan Jungle released, where you could actually go in there, that it came out. And so most people had the other stuff in the Pathfinder achievement. It was just you had to get revered with those factions. I think back then it might have even been exalted. But it was like everybody wanted to get revered with this 1 or 2 factions because that was what they needed for flying. It used to be you get Draenor Pathfinder, they let you fly in Draenor. And so the way it went, Fanny, in classic WoW, there was no flying mounts. You only had ground mounts and like ran along the ground. You had flight paths, so if you wanted to go to like a different zone really fast, you could go to the flight taxi and fly there on a set path, but you couldn't control it at all. In Burning Crusade, they added flying mounts. And they thought these were going to be so expensive that very few people could have them. But inflation happened, and pretty much everybody got flying mounts. Especially if you were a druid, you got your first flying for free. After that, in Wrath of the Lich King, they made it so that you couldn't fly in the new areas until level 77. So it was like... Was it 77 or 87? 60 was vanilla. 70 was Burning Crusade. Yeah, so it was 77. You go to the Northrend zones. You're level 70. You have to run around everywhere. Once you're 77, then you can fly. And you needed flying for like the final 2 zones. Remember when the first tier flying was only 60% mount speed? God, yeah, it was awful. In Cataclysm, all of the new zones for Cataclysm were in old world areas, in old world continents. And so you got flying right away. And so you literally would go to the new zone and have flying and skip all the content. And they said this is one of the worst things they ever did because nobody spent any time going through their content. It was just, I have a quest here, fly up, go in the air, go to quest marker, go down to the ground. Kill the guy you needed to kill, go up, fly away. And so after that, they've been like, we want to limit flying as much as we can. They've actively said, like, flying was a mistake. And a lot of people kind of agree with them, but, like, it's in the game, you can't fucking take it away now. In Mists of Pandaria, I want to say they had a level requirement on flying. I'm pretty sure it was just get to max level and you can buy the flight training. In Warlords of Draenor, this is when they were like, okay, we're not going to have flying at first. For half of the expansion, no flying. And then the second half, you're going to be able to do an achievement to unlock flying. But you're going to have to, like, do achievements that literally require you to run all around all the ground. And so they pretty much did it that way for a while. That's what they did in Legion. That's what they did in BFA. That's what they did in Shadowlands, I think, right? I'm not actually entirely sure on Shadowlands. In Dragonflight, they only gave flying back in WoD because half the subs left the game. Were they planning to never give flying in WoD? Until the expansion was, like, over? I don't remember that, but it sounds like maybe that's funny. In the Dragonflight expansion, they just give you a dragon. They're like, just fucking fly. Go wherever you want. But it's convoluted flying. It's not just like you can go to a quest marker and hover over it. It's like not as easy to just land on a specific dot on the map. And there's a lot of things that like shoot you out of the... Well, are there things that shoot you out of the sky? I don't know. They've designed the zones in a way that it doesn't feel good to just like fly directly to a quest marker. Which is good. They're learning and growing as quest designers. And I remember in Kata, I just flew point A to point B. It was literally just like, here's a marker, cool, down. I want another drink. My throat feels so dry. You know, it says it shoots you out of the sky. I've never actually been shot out of the sky at Mechagon. In Dragonflight, there are these Jarden strongholds. And if you fly around over them... Hi, Louie. If you fly around over the Jarden strongholds, you get a debuff that's like, at 10 stacks, you're gonna get hit by a fucking ballista. Elin, we need to take you out and try new things. Ew, why? Over Dragonbane Keep and Zakali area and Zarlek Caverns have the debuff? Yeah. And then I think there's just places where it's like annoying to fly, or like the quests are so dense that like you don't really need to see if you like them. Why though? I already like the stuff I have inside. I don't want to go out and try new things. It's all just gonna be worse than what I have tried. I'm already happy and content with things I have. I was talking with people yesterday, Logitech, and we were talking about Covenant abilities. And we were saying it would have been a lot better for Shadowlands if instead of your Covenant abilities being tied to your Covenant, the color of the ability was tied to that Covenant. So let's say you were a monk and you had Phaeline Stomp. If you were Ardenwald, it'd be blue. But if you were with Bastion, if you were the Kyrians, it would be a yellow Phaeline Stomp. And if you were with Venthyr, it would be a red Phaeline Stomp. And if you were Maldraxxus, it would be a green Phaeline Stomp. And you would basically get to choose any of the 4 abilities, no matter which Covenant you were. But if you were that Covenant, it would be that color. Because it was like, the Covenants were cool. The Covenants were a good aesthetic thing. But because they tied them to literal ability power and an ability, nobody got to pick the one they liked. Not gonna lie, it would be dumb to restrict being able to even fly at all in an expansion which is called Dragonflight. Yeah. Yeah. At the same time, though, I don't like being able to fly in an expansion. Maybe later on when I'm just like, I've seen it all and I just want to get around fast. But I like being forced to walk along on the ground and see the sights and smell the flowers. If I have flying right away, then I feel like I'm losing out if I don't fly. No, it's not that simple, Fanny. If I can walk, but everyone else is flying, they're gonna go faster than me. I'm gonna fall behind. And so I get that FOMO of like, I'm losing out because I'm not moving at their speed. We have to prepare you for the burb? There was that area in Blade's Edge that has AA that would hit you if you stood still in the air. Yeah! God, I'd forgotten about that. What else was there? It was dangerous to fly in Icecrown just because the fucking dragons would daze you out of the sky. They wouldn't specifically be like, oh, they're flying here. They were just flying all over and had a big aggro radius. And they'd whoop your ass. Yeah, I don't know. I have more fun in the game when you can't fly. I have more fun in WoW when it's just like you're a fucking soldier running along the ground. When you've got a flying mount and you're just zipping point A to point B, it's like, the flying mount is cool, but I don't know. What are my plans for today? It is Friday, so I think I'm doing world exploration with Core. I want to try and get a video out. I really need to download Star Wars. I've been putting this off. I need to download Star Wars The Old Republic to start making videos there. The whistle helped when you didn't have flying? Yeah. And then you make a new character, and it was like you get 3 fucking whistles. It's like, oh my god, stop, I hate this. But the whistle was really cool. I don't know, Legion was really good, right? And Suramar especially. Suramar without flying feels so different than Suramar with flying. Suramar without actually felt like you had to sneak around and not just go wherever you wanted to. And now with flying, it's just like, I don't give a shit about any of these enemies in the city. I can just fly over them. Big robot. The graphics update should be soon, hopefully. Yeah. Oh god, you're right. I don't want to do it until the graphics update. They haven't given an official date on it, right? Also, you know, level increase. For sure. You know, being able to one-shot everything in the city definitely makes it less scary. Suramar was so good back in the day. To this day, Suramar is my favorite zone questing experience. I don't know if it's my favorite zone aesthetic-wise, although it is fucking up there. But the whole concept of saving these people from turning into zombies, helping them build a resistance army, sneaking into the city and planting seeds of rebellion, and then actually, like, leading the rebellion in the city. That shit was so cool. That shit was so good. And then the Nighthold itself was just a good raid. Would I say it's top 5? So what's better than Nighthold? Ulduar is definitely, like, one of the top raids. Throne of Thunder is definitely one of the top raids. Nothing in Dragonflight is better. In Shadowlands, Castle Nathria is really good. Is Nathria better than Nighthold? Ah, so you also like the Mechagon quest? No, I hated everything in Mechagon. I don't like the rebellion part. I liked the like, story and progress of the rebellion part they actually did with the quest. With Mechagon, the zone is fucking ugly. The theming and aesthetic of, like, diaper robot gnomes is ugly. And, like, they're not really hiding a rebellion to build it up. They're literally in just a camp outside of Mechagon where they're like, we're gonna rebel against my dad. Okay. It's like rebellion done wrong. BRF was good. Oh. Blackrock Foundry was good, but I don't know if I'd put it top 5. It felt like... I don't know. It felt like it was the best. It was the best raid of Warlords of Draenor for sure. I don't know if I'd put it like... When you compare it to other expansions, that's when it loses a lot of... Like, ooh... To be honest, a personal fave for me is Hellfire Citadel. It's the only raid I've done so far. You should go through them all from, like, vanilla to... Legion Fanny. You should, like, go kill Onyxia. And then kill, you can look at the adventure guide. And look at raids by expansion and just do them all. And that'll be fun for you to see. Worst is Crucible of Storms. Actually, I don't think I ever did that one. I don't think I did. Okay, so going back through the raids. There's Molten Core. Molten Core was probably epic as shit back then. But... now it just feels really... like, its age fucking shows. There's Zul'Gurub. Ooh, Zul'Gurub's a good raid. Ah, but I think I'm being biased because I like troll stuff. AQ20, AQ40, and Naxxramas. I don't think any of those three are like... Oh, there's also Blackwing Lair. I don't think any of those are like super top tier raids. I think maybe at the time they would have been. But I think when you like break it down by like, is this a good theme? Are these good boss fights? Is it paced well? I think a lot of them, their age really shows. Like AQ40, that was a raid that took 8 hours. Fuck that. But yeah, Yulin, what do you think of Hellfire Citadel? I think Hellfire Citadel is trash. I think it was a raid that was thrown out too soon because they were trying to make something else be the raid, and then they scrapped that and they threw Hellfire Citadel together. And I think most of the fights are kind of simple and not that interesting. The raid itself without the backstory scrapping? Yeah, I think the mechanics of the raid itself are kind of simple and lackluster. And for that to be a capstone raid, that's awful, Fanny. So, a capstone raid is the final raid of the expansion. Typically, you've got the, the intro raids. Then you have the middle. Then you have the end. We'll talk about Cataclysm for a second. The intro raids were the raids of, like... So the big bad villain this expansion of Cataclysm was Deathwing. Deathwing is this giant dragon that has been possessed by old god, not possessed, but like corrupted by old gods and shadow energy, and he wants to destroy the world and deliver it back to the old gods. When you start Cataclysm, there are 3 raids available. So you can kind of think of that as the raid tier. There was the Twilight Crucible, which is 6 bosses, with the final boss being a guy named Cho'Gall, who's a like big general of the Twilight cult. And so you're dealing with a lot of cultists and like shadow energies in this raid. The other raid was Blackwing Descent, which was a dragon. Hi, Safi. A dragon corrupted by the old gods, Deathwing's son, and his old lab, and dealing with a lot of his experiments and how everything here is corrupted by shadow and void energies. And then there is Vortex Pinnacle, I think? No, that's the dungeon. The Skywall, that's the Throne of the Four Winds. Yeah, not Skywall, the Throne of the Four Winds. Throne of the Four Winds, which has the Elemental Lord of Wind, one of the big bad 4 elementals, and 4 of his generals, or 3 of his generals. One of them you kill in a dungeon. And so the first boss is his 3 generals, and then him. This is 3 very prominent members of, like, the Twilight cult that's trying to destroy the world and serves the old gods. And this was a great raid tier. I don't feel like any of these raids themselves are that special, but the fights were good. And the fact that it was 3 different themes that you're jumping around and 14 bosses to start with was fucking incredible. So this felt like a really good raid tier to start. After this was the Firelands. The Firelands was one of the best fucking raid themes, but it only had 7 bosses, and of those 7 bosses, some of them kind of felt shitty. 10-man was overtuned that tier. Yeah, I think I remember that too. The Firelands, theming-wise, was a great raid, Fanny. It was so cool. But people were a little miffed that there was only 7 bosses, and that, like, 2 of the bosses were really buggy and frustrating. And so this raid, this could have been one of the best raids. This could have been, like, a top-tier raid if they didn't fuck up the bosses. And then after this, the Firelands was, the final boss was Ragnaros, who is the Elemental Lord of Fire, who is a returning character in World of Warcraft and a big name and a big deal. After this, the third raid was Deathwing's Descent. Or no, it's the End of Time. He got feet. Dude, the fucking clip of the Mythic Guild seeing feet for the first time, and they were just like, what the fuck, he has feet? I'm never gonna forget that. Dragon Soul? Oh yeah, End of Time's the dungeon. Dragon Soul's raid. Dragon Soul, again, 7 bosses. A lot of Void Cthulhu stuff. The final 2 bosses are Deathwing. Oh, it's 8 bosses? Okay. I didn't play this raid tier, so I can't have the strongest opinion on it. But from what I have read, people weren't super happy with it. But the fight against Deathwing is grand in scale. You've been leading up to Deathwing all expansion. And so it was a good, like, you've been dealing with Deathwing all expansion. It ends with you fighting Deathwing. In Warlords of Draenor, they set it up to be like the Iron Horde. Spine still sucks to this day. I agree. I just want my Frostworm mount back. What do you mean back? Did you lose it? Huh? In Warlords of Draenor, the big bad of the expansion was Grom Hellscream and the Iron Horde. The 7 orc warlords of Draenor. And we expected there to be, like, we go through their clans, and we take them out one by one. Yeah, lost the account. No. If you ever get back into WoW, I can help you get your Frostworm back. The first raid. Now, here's where they went wrong with Warlords of Draenor theming. They thought you were going to be fighting all the orc clans and taking out their leaders throughout the different raids, throughout 3 or 4 raids of Warlords of Draenor. What they fucked up and realized very quickly was people get tired of seeing a theme after 6 months. And so if you're fighting an orc clan for 6 months, that's cool. You're going to have fun. And then the next raid comes out. If that's another orc clan, and you're just fighting orcs for another 6 months, people are gonna fucking hate that. And so they tried switching it up in a way where you don't deal with the orc clans one by one. The first raid was ogres. The ogres had a big rivalry with the orcs in Warlords of Draenor. Highmaul is the first raid of Warlords of Draenor. And so you fight... Well, the first boss is one of the orc warlords, and, like, he dies like a bitch. And then you fight a bunch of ogres. The final boss is Imperator Margox. The second raid was Blackrock Foundry. And this is one of the... This is like the strongest clan of the Iron Horde. Maybe the second strongest. But they're in a foundry, making weapons. There's a lot of lava. You fight Blackrock. That was a good final boss of the raid. After this, the only orc warlords left are Grom Hellscream, Train Boss. I did not like the Train Boss. There's Grom Hellscream, Kilrog Deadeye, and Gul'dan, though he's not, like, walking around. He's not working with the Iron Horde. We expected Grom Hellscream to be the final boss. In fact, Blizzard even told us Grom Hellscream's going to be the final boss. And we expected it to be in Shattrath, which was the old city of Burning Crusade when we first came to Outlands, which is the planet of Draenor. And then they just said, never mind. We're not getting the story to work. We've rewritten it. Grom Hellscream is not the final boss. And Gul'dan kind of just, like, pulls the rug out from under Grom story-wise. And you fight a bunch of demons in Hellfire Citadel. And, like, it worked for the trilogy. It worked for the it worked for the Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion trilogy. Because it set up Legion to be really fucking good. But, like, it made Warlords of Draenor just shit. Because they didn't have the full design time cycle to develop the raid, they had to scrap it and start over to make Hellfire Citadel. Hellfire Citadel just feels very lacking. The first boss is not a fucking boss. It's literally just trash. It's so... Sometimes they do something kind of crazy with, like, one fight in a raid tier. And they just... This would have been the fight to do it, where, like, we're driving the tanks. It could have been, like, the tank fight or something. Sometime in December is the update? Okay. They just didn't do anything with the tank fight. It's literally just kill tanks, shoot cannon, kill ads. Oh, okay. It doesn't feel different than trash. The Fel Reaver boss. That one's not special in any way. The third boss with the big Gron guy. That one's not special in any way. The council was neat, but, like, I don't remember it being special in any way other than don't miss your goddamn interrupts. It was just a council, and there's way better council fights. We did, the Paladin Girl, and that fight had an interesting mechanic, but visually it wasn't impressive or anything. Literally, it was a tank and spank. But from, like, a healing perspective and, like, how you're managing the effect of the fight, that was interesting. There was Socrathar. Oh, no, it was, the Council and then Kilrog. Kilrog was okay. It felt frustrating messing up the beginning and being like, oh, we could go another 7 minutes in this fight. But, like, we might as well just reset now. Wait, so Legion looks like Hellfire Citadel? Hellfire Citadel is very demon-themed, but it's also very orc-themed. But yes, Legion is very demon-themed. The final bosses of Hellfire Citadel are more demon-focused than orc-focused. Whereas at the bottom of Hellfire Citadel, the first 2/3 of the raid is very orc-themed. In Legion, the first raid is Emerald Nightmare, which is corruption of druids, and nothing to do with demons. Well, the final boss is technically a demon. The second raid is Nighthold, which is very Nightborn, elves, and corrupted by demons. So it's kind of the same thing as Hellfire Citadel, where instead of orcs, where you see a lot of them at the beginning and by the end you're only fighting demons, replace the orcs with elves. You just can't have nice things in WoW. The third raid in Legion is nothing but demons. That's the Tomb of Sargeras. Everything in there is a demon. Or a tormented spirit. Or Naga? Why were the Naga there, now that I think about it? They were demon-corrupted Naga, right? I don't remember. Not gonna lie, might have a reason to visit Legion then. Yes, I will do Dragonflight first. You can do whatever order you want. But Legion has really cool stuff. Naga are everywhere, like cockroaches. Safi, if I could play as a Naga, I would. Oh my god, I wish Naga were playable. Healing, how many miles have you walked so far today? We're at 3.7 miles. Of course you do. Snakes are cool, Safi. The fourth raid of Legion is just all demons. Like, demons on their home planet demons. Not cute? That's debatable. I need a drink. I drive Yuli to drink. No, I'm walking and my throat is parched. But I'd let you drive me to drinking, Sappy. If it's you, I don't mind. Wait, does Legion have elephant mounts? Important research topic? It technically does. I know of at least one you can get. But not so much drinking on stream. It's fucking water, you nerds. Okay, so Ulduar is a top 5 raid. Throne of Thunder is a top 5 raid. Nothing from Vanilla I would put in top 5. Would I put anything in Burning Crusade in top 5? Karazhan. Karazhan's a top 5. Karazhan is 100% a top 5 raid. In Wrath of the Lich King, there's Ulduar. Icecrown was good. So is Naxxramas, although that's technically a vanilla raid. I don't know if I'd put him top 5. Kata, I don't think any are top 5. Mists from Pandaria, Throne of Thunder. Siege of Orgrimmar's. Oh, was Siege of Orgrimmar top 5? Like, it was good, but then it gets devalued because it lasted so long. I feel like Yulin drinking on stream is too dangerous. Yeah, last time I drank, I broke a headset. Warlords of Draenor. We're giving a special mention to Blackrock Foundry, but it's a runner-up for top 5 right now. So far, we've got Ulduar, Throne of Thunder, Karazhan. In Legion, Logitech, what would you say is better? Blackrock Foundry or Nighthold? What, Yuli doesn't like Molten Core? I think Molten Core was good. I just think its age shows. I think for World of Warcraft 20 years ago, it was fucking incredible. It was like... It was the thing that converts people into being raiders. Going into this thing with 40 people and seeing a giant Ragnaros is like, I want to do this forever. Have they even retouched it? In Base WoW, no. They had a time-walking version of it at one point. But if you just go to Molten Core now, it's the same as it was 20 years ago. Nighthold? I would also put Nighthold better than Blackrock Foundry. Emerald Nightmare was a little short and too easy. Although Emerald Nightmare did have some really good fights. I think that's the best council fight. The Green Dragons was really, really cool. What else was there? Tomb of Sargeras was alright. And Taurus was okay, though I didn't raid that, so I can't really judge it too harshly. I would say Nighthold is the best, though. For BFA... BFA is hard to say, because Uldir is kind of mid. But that's the only one I did. I didn't do Nagentis. And I didn't do... the Raid of Zuldazar, and I didn't do the Black Empire raids. So, like, that's 3 raids that I can't judge. Kind of sad to think about MC being the only raid I actually completed. Wait, hold on. I thought you said you had a Frostworm. That's a mount that requires doing Icecrown Citadel. BFA was okay. Well, BFA as a whole sucked, but, like, the raids... Frostworm is PvP mount? What do you mean? Okay. There were 3 Frostworms. I'd forgotten about the PvP one, and then there's the 2 raid achievement mounts from Icecrown Citadel. I'd forgotten that there was the 3rd one from PvP. Oh yeah, no, I got the PvP one. Oh shit, I can't help you get that at all. I'm not gonna put any BFA raids in the top 5. Shadowlands, I'm told the second and third raid sucked. But Castle Nathria was really good. Mythic Plus were okay, raids were okay outside of COS. Corruption was fun. People hated Corruption. I still people complain about Corruption on the Reddit page. Do I listen to Yulin in the shower? When I shower or when you shower? Okay. So, Throne of Thunder, Ulduar, and Karazhan, easily top 5. Those are going in the top 5. But then that gives us Nighthold, Castle Nathria, and Blackrock Foundry as potential top 5. So Nighthold we would put above Blackrock Foundry. So the last seat is either between Blackrock Foundry or Castle Nathria. Oh, that could be interpreted that way? Because Reddit is dumb? What would you say, Logitech, between Blackrock Foundry and Castle Nathria? No, I meant put the stream on as I shower, not watching you bathe. It's really hard for me to say. Because, like, Castle Nathria had 2 really, really cool fights. With the ballroom dance and the teleporter guy. Sire was a pain in the ass. Dude, he did his sword attack and it was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Holy cow. And like, was Sire more of a pain in the ass than Blackhand? Like, I remember a lot of people struggling with Blackhand with the second and third phase. Shit, this is a really hard choice between the 2. Am I unmuted now? Yeah, I am. Okay. I'm gonna put Blackrock Foundry above Castle Nathria. But Castle Nathria is definitely the honorable mention. I would say that's like the 6th best raid. Ulduar, Throne of Thunder, Karazhan, Nighthold, and Blackrock Foundry. I'd put Blackrock Foundry 5th, Nighthold 4th. I'd put Throne of Thunder 3rd, Ulduar 2nd, Karazhan 1st. That would be my order for the raids. Although Karazhan shows a bit of its age. Who the fuck was that guy at the end? Why was he the final boss? Just some random ass demon. What was his name? Malzahar? God, Karazhan was so good though. Those are the top 6 raids, if you ask Yuland, in World of Warcraft. I also like cars. Welcome back, Pixel. I remember the hallway exploit before they fixed the doors. Yeah. Yeah. Cars was a good villain. Hi, still shopping. Oh, treadmill's about to stop. JoJo reference. I feel like everything's a JoJo reference if you try hard enough. You could fucking fart and be like, haha, JoJo reference. shopping today. Yeah, Pixel wanted to get some Black Friday deals. And there it goes. I need to get new shoes, but I ain't going out today. I'll go tomorrow. I need new shoes. I have 3 pairs of shoes. A pair of slippers for, like, if I need to step outside to, like, take in or out the trash cans or something, or get the mail. I have a pair of, like, formal dress shoes, which is what I wear if I go anywhere. But those are, like, falling apart. They're, like, 4 or 5 years old and flaking. And then I have my walking shoes, which I use for the treadmill. Hi, Fausto. Isn't it crazy how they hired George R.R. Martin to write the Elden Ring story, and the game has no story? Dude, I can't believe it got nominated for Best Narrative. There's no story in the game, right? Like, you literally log in, some guy's like, no bitches, loser, and then you immediately get some girl, which is like, okay, great story setup, make fun of me for not having women, and then I meet one. Yeah, that's how that works. And then, I haven't finished the game yet, I don't know, I guess you just find the Elden Ring. Shit story. Shit narrative. Absolutely no story. I'll go tomorrow. I have 2 pairs of flip-flops and falling apart work shoes that I also use for when I'm not at work. Yeah, you just pick up the Elden Ring and the credits roll, it's crazy. I have never done a single raid in WoW. Should do Molten Core. The problem is he would have to pay for some WoW. And I don't think Lost One wants to do that. Also, I think I'm starting a Baldur's Gate run next week. I was gonna play Spore Druid so that I could be like a summoner. But I don't actually get summons till like level 6. Does the free not get up to level 60? They get up to level 20. Which is very limiting. All of the raids require level 35. But this run will actually make it to the end. Go play Final Fantasy XIV for free instead. Fausto is addicted to Final Fantasy XIV. Fausto is the type of 14 player that goes to FanFest. I got to save up money for a thing. I went to the first FanFest, what do you mean? It means you like Final Fantasy. It means you're that type of player, Safi. There's nothing insulting by that. It's like dating somebody that goes to FanFest is like dating somebody who has a foot fetish. People might look at them like they're weird, but they're easy to take care of. Right? Like, a foot fetish is like fucking easy. Just fucking, I don't want to do much tonight. Give me a foot massage. Done. Somebody that has a foot fetish was what I came into. Then my friends got into hardcore raiding and I lost all interest. Yeah, what did I come back to? Okay, look. That kind of player sounds very insulting. It's not insulting. Look. If you were with somebody and they were like, I have a foot fetish. That's fucking free. That's fucking like, oh, they're easy to take care of. Do you know how easy it is to, like, receive foot massages from somebody and get thanked for it? No, that's horrid. Feet are gross. Well, get used to it, Sappy, because you've got 2 that you're touching at all times. You've never not been touching those feet. I'm not surprised that was the first sentence I heard today from Yuland. I'm not touching them. You are. You are touching your feet. That's League of Legends free LP grind rank. I'm getting out of here right now. What the heck, Zoe? I'm just saying, like, if somebody came to you and they were like, I'm an exhibitionist. I want to fuck in public. If somebody says that to you, it's like, dude. You gotta, like, really get out of your comfort zone to take care of that. And it's illegal. If somebody comes to you and they're like, I really like hunting, and I want to shoot a bear and then have sex with you on the back of that dead bear. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? But if somebody comes to you and they're like, I like feet. It's like, well, I got 2, give me a foot massage. And they're going to thank you for it. Do you understand how great that is? For definition, I am not touching feet, don't try me. That's no longer about hunting. No, it's not specifically about hunting at all. It's about having conquered something and then defacing it by having sex on it. I can only think of Savage content because it's all I have left. But Farty Finder is hit or miss with people and it drains me. 14 has just been okay with recent patches. I got Island Rank 20 all classes maxed, and then what? Yeah, I don't know. I really like Final Fantasy. I fucking hate the combat. So the idea of even stepping into raids is just like, no, I'll pass. WoW combat just feels so good. I know it's not the prettiest game, but even if you didn't like raiding, there's dungeons. It has one of the best dungeon grinds of any game. If you don't like combat at all, there's mount collecting, there's pet collecting, there's transmog collecting. It doesn't have housing. There's achievement collecting. You like Final Fantasy combat over WoW? You can. Final Fantasy definitely has mount collecting. It definitely has pet collecting. Neither of them is as extensive as it is in WoW, but that's, you know, WoW's been around for twice as long, so it makes fucking sense. You can collect transmog in both of them, although I'd say it's more limiting in Final Fantasy. Because you've got a glamour chest of like 400 items, and what the fuck? I should know. I completed all botany achievements in 2.0. Damn. Baldur's Gate 3 modders having fun. There's a combat randomizer? Oh, God. No, when it comes to WoW versus Final Fantasy, I think it's a weird conversation. Because of the, like, hundreds of MMOs out there, WoW and Final Fantasy, I think, are easily the top 2. Like, just easily. I like the combat feel of WoW more, but I do like the character rotations of Final Fantasy more. In WoW, it's very reactionary. It's very snappy. And so, like, you press an ability, that ability goes off. It's very fast-paced, but... Hi, Aiko. But it's very reactionary. You don't have, like, a 30-second sequence to go through. You've got more like 12 seconds to go through, and that 12 seconds is different every time. You've got so many procs, you've got so many things that line up because of mistimings. It's all over. Whereas Final Fantasy, I hate the delay. It feels like you press an ability, it doesn't go off when you press it. It feels like it's got like a little bit of a time lag, and it just, oh, it feels so bad to me. But your rotations, they are a sequence. You're going to have a rotation that's like 30 seconds long. You are going to press the same 30 buttons in the same order every time. You're going to try to press the same 30 buttons anyway. The fight is actually going to push you around a little bit. That's because Final Fantasy is full of flourish, even for non-magic. Yeah. I can't wait to be done with this co-op campaign for Baldur's Gate, so I can go run Lone Wolf. I am very excited for Lone Wolf Baldur's Gate. I'm pretty sure there's a mod for it, but... Playing WoW in Guild Wars 2 has felt so great for combat. I'm thriving. My favorite game for combat was WildStar. Guild Wars 2 is a close second. But WildStar is fucking dead. And I don't like the endgame grind of Guild Wars 2. WoW. WoW has... It has really good feeling combat, but the actual rotations that you're doing, that's what I don't like about WoW. True. Last I saw in Lone Wolf mod, it was here it is, it's not perfect, but it exists now. Yeah. Do you remember Vindictus? I never played Vindictus. I've been tempted to get back into Guild Wars 2. I feel like if you have the space on your computer, Guild Wars 2 is super easy to get back into, because it's just free. Lone Wolf for Baldur's Gate 3 really needs some work to be good. Because of the new patch in WoW, that's all I've been doing with my spare time. I geared up a tank, my Demon Hunter. I have been thinking about leveling an alt because Warlocks sound fun. So my Warlock's like level 13 or something. I'm probably going to play WoW a bit less because Zoe wants to play Monster Hunter. I think they're going to start this weekend. I'm probably going to play with them every fucking minute I can. But if they have like a list of people playing, I'm not going to be like, no, it's my turn, only I get Zoe. If I had WildStar, though... God. Why did WildStar have to fail? The combat was good. The character customization was good. One of the biggest things that sucks about Final Fantasy XIV is that you don't have any, like, customizability, any variation with your character. The most you can do is put in different materia and have a little bit more skill haste than other people the same class. Why would Yulin do this killing game? Whoa. You can blame me for Lotgale, but you cannot blame me for killing WildStar. What the heck? WildStar literally was like you picking which abilities you want on your bar. Oh, I miss WildStar so much. Yulin killed WildStar? No! I didn't kill WildStar. I should contact the people running the WildStar private servers and just ask for a level 60 stalker. I should just be, or level 50. I should just be like, hey, can I just have this? I won't, like, do anything. I just want to make walking videos. Because the worst they can say is no, right? Right? And what if they're like, dude, these videos are dope. Yeah, we want you to make these with WildStar. No. What do you mean, no? I need a drink. Aiko, are you in my Discord server? Go to the Neat Stuff channel if you are. Thanks for the banana. I don't know how your Thanksgiving went, Aiko. Mine was eventful. Oh yeah, this fucking warlock. This fucking guy fucking standing in my camera all the time. Don't forget about the sigil. What sigil? I threw it away. The banana was the gift. It went horrifically. I drank too much and I had a headache all day. Oh no. I want you to see this picture. So basically Aiko and Fausto, because my mom was recovering from surgery, our Thanksgiving was hosted by a family friend. And she cooked stuffing. She cooked it for like 2 days. What the fuck is with it with y'all? What do you mean? Fausto was just here. Our family friend is cooking stuffing. She's using an oven-safe glass dish. We've had a squirrel break into the kitchen? Oh my god. You had the kitchen explode? Yes. So, this dish was 20 years old. It's oven-safe, but it had been used for 20 years. So the handles just, she's holding it, and they came off in her hands. And the whole thing just fell and fucking exploded. That second picture, Aiko, that's the turkey with a shard of glass embedded 2 inches into it. Literally just punctured through the foil, the skin of the turkey, and just is stabbed into the turkey. And it was like, oh shit. Good thing that wasn't a person. But the person who had exploded in their hands, they didn't have a scratch on them. They were totally fine. And nobody got hurt. But there was like glass shards across 3 fucking rooms. And it was just like, holy. We were picking up shards for like 20 minutes. Between 5 people. Well, 4 people. I kept telling my mom to stop because she's recovering from surgery. She has a massive bruise across her stomach. But yeah. That's how our Thanksgiving went. I was kind of just like, oh no. Not the stuffing that I wasn't going to eat. But apparently, like, the stuffing is her specialty. And she spent 2 fucking days making it. And so she was fucking devastated and so sad. Which that I felt bad for. But sounds like you need more drinks to get rid of the headache. That's certainly something to feel devastated about. Apparently the stuffing was like her favorite part. I think a lot of the other food was really good. So like the turkey came out really, really good. God, I wish it worked that way. I completely blanked for the first half. How did the glass blow up? It was just 20 years old, Fausto. So it's this oven-safe glass dish that you can cook in. But because it was 20 years old, it was just degrading. And so she pulled it out of the oven, and she was like moving it to a counter, and the handles just snapped off. So she's holding the handles, they snap off, and it just falls and hits the ground and explodes. This happened like literally 1 or 2 minutes before I got there. So my dad was there, and the family friend were there. Those were the only 2 people there. My mom, my uncle, and I were like literally driving there and a minute away. It does work for a bit, Aiko. Or to a suffer. Yeah, it sucked. But both the pies were good. The cake was good. The turkey was really good. The bread rolls and the cornbread were good. The mashed potatoes were great. I didn't try a lot of the other stuff, but people were happy with those. We actually got to play One Night Ultimate Werewolf, which was kind of fun. Despite my parents learning how it works. And then, we played The Pit, which is a fun, card trading game. that is very complicated to explain. But yeah, it was a really good Thanksgiving. Hell yeah. Oh, a gamer has joined. I played with a big dog all day. Hell yeah. I'm in the Black Cat Ico. I went to an Orgrimmar map to, like, that's where I was gonna do my exercises. And it ended up being, like, a fucking massive map. It was, like, 546 megabytes. And I was like, what the fuck? This better be the best goddamn Orgrimmar that has, like, NPCs and shit. And I would still be there, but the problem was, I'm fucking glowing. I was glowing in this map, and I was like, man, this is such a good map if not for the glow. I was so sad. There's 3 other Orgrimmars. 2 of them are old Orgrimmar. The one I tried and one other are new Orgrimmar. I haven't been to the other 3. Hi, Jan. But, like, that one seemed really good. It actually had NPCs, too, also. It had an orc standing there, and I was like, oh, shit. We're almost at the end of this video. And we are over 5 miles. So we finish with this one. Ico said he's getting a fucking standing treadmill. So I'm like, oh pog, oh pog. He'll have to join me. It'll be legally required. I can't wait for Crimson. I need to start getting gifts for people and, like, giving lists out to people. Oh, he could walk with you? Yeah. I already want him to walk with me, like, without walking, but just, like, being here. The problem is, he's such a night owl. And he's he's less of a morning person than I am. And I've always thought I was a night owl and, like, the worst in the morning. But Ico is, like, dead to the world when he wakes up. But maybe with the standing treadmill, it'll, like, shift his schedule. God, I hate mornings when I'm working on it. I woke up at 11 a.m. today. What are you gonna do today for stream, Ico? Or are you streaming today? Well, Leaf wanted to do Lethal Company? Fuck! I like watching Lethal Company. I can't join on you when you're doing Lethal Company. She's dealing with a squirrel? Hang on. It's still in her house? He's going to draw my Oshi drowning? Hang on, Fausto. Are you saying Ico isn't your Oshi? Wait a minute. That's messed up, Fausto. What? Are you asking about the Oshi, or are you asking about the squirrel? If you weren't such a coward, Elin, you too could do Lethal Company. True. The Oshi drowning. I don't know, it sounds like Fausto was talking about his Oshi, and Ico is like, that's it, I'm gonna draw her drowning. That just sounds like a conversation between Ico and Fausto. Elin, you could literally Lethal Company. Don't worry, Elin. He's hurt me enough with his Oshi statements where it just becomes a new layer of armor. I believe in you. The only way I would ever consider playing Lethal Company is if I was the one that stayed behind and opened doors. I would be the one that you're like, can you open D6? And then I type it into the computer. Thank you. Close D6! Close D6! And then I type it in. Thank you. And then you just hear the fucking screeching, open D6! Open D6! And then the mic just cuts out and you're all dead. That is perfect. It's a viable job. Yulin, you don't need to do that. Wait, can I send you a clip real quick? Is it the clip that I just quoted? Or a different one? You can send it to me. I won't watch it. Friend group? Okay. I'll watch it after stream, Fausto. Fausto, I'm the most hypocritical person. I'll be like, Aiko, watch this video! Watch it right now, I want to see your reaction! And then people are like, hey, can I send a link here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do shit with it. I ain't watching that. I'm literally the fucking worst about it. I don't feel as guilty about it when they're playing a game on desktop, and it's like, literally they can like click things in OBS and move things around. Being in VR, oh my god, it's so much different. Fuck moving OBS settings around from VR. It's okay, I won't remember until it matters. We're almost done. We have like a minute more. And we didn't have incline today, so I'm not gonna pass out into a coma for 2 hours. Segs in VR. I've done that a few times, but like, I don't know, it doesn't really do anything for me. I don't have any Phantom Sense Pixel. And so like, the Segs in VR is just weird. It just feels like extra steps. Stop your hurting Glenn every time you say that. They were easy on you today? Unfortunate. You're even? How am I hurting Glenn? He's fine. He thought you were wholesome? Yeah, 4 years ago. And he's fucking learned. Plus, he only thought I was wholesome for like a month. It wasn't like literal years. I'd be devastated. He'd be devastated if it was like 5 years. And he's like, why is everybody talking to Yulin like this? Yulin's wholesome. And then he learned. And he was like, nah, man, the whole time. The whole time. Literally your friends I was messing around with. But it was like... It was just a month of him thinking I'm wholesome. Which, I think even if it had been 5 years, Glenn would have been fine. Unless it was like... people he was close to, right? Then it's like, alright, fuck you, dude. But it's always been people outside of his circle. Well, except for... Oh, and I guess there was... Ooh, actually, there was also... Maybe I shouldn't say outside of his circle. I'm kidding. Oh yeah, did you know that during March, there's a Capcom game coming? Was accidentally revealed. It was revealed? It's a Guild Wars video, Aiko. Aiko, what zone is this? Without looking at the top left to see what the title is. Dragon's Dogma 2, March 22nd? Fuck. Poop Sock Emporium. It's Blaze Ridge Mountains, the worst fucking zone. Okay. What the? it's Jan. Why the fuck is my camera there? Where is this even? Flying. Oh, I know why it's there. Anchor. Default world. I switched to a different camera, and it was like centered on you. Oops, Sock Emporium, I was close. You know, honestly, with how much I hate that zone, yeah. I just looked on stream and saw my crotch. Okay, look, I wasn't gonna say it was right on your crotch, but... Ah, so no Monhun 6. Gale, they've been teasing a game that's gonna sell millions of units in March, and everybody thought it was gonna be Monster Hunter. And I knew they've been talking about Dragon's Dogma. I didn't think that was gonna be the game that they're talking about. That's disappointing. It's hard not to be with a seat. Oh, yeah. I need to flip the trackers. I need to do the title. I need to do 25 squats. Also, do the squats with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Fausto. You don't have to. Well, you can do the squats if you want, Jan, but 6, 7, 8. I'm doing 25 squats. 9, 10. Nah, it's just Dragon's Dogma 2. Something people have been wanting for years. Yeah, but it's not Monster Hunter 6. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5 more. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You better have done them, Fausto. I'll know. Everybody look away. Don't you look at me. Oh. There, you did them? Good. Monhun 6 coming out 2025. Don't say that. Stop staring, you're not supposed to look. I'm so lost. Why was I supposed to do squats? Because I called your name out. Wait, this isn't Black Cat? It is Black Cat. This is the Black Cat. Everyone is staring on command. You have trained them well. Did they update it? They updated it to get rid of the Halloween stuff. In 3. Behavior. Get me. This is the Black Cat. I don't remember those booths or the light cage. Then again, I haven't been in BRC for a long time. Yeah, it's the booths behind the main bar. World. Good to know they are not like the local malls. The Christmas stuff has been there for months. Oh god. Alright, chatting. Let's go to Book Nook. You always been there, Sappy. Black Cat has been my go-to world because of the good post-processing and lighting. I would like to add more. I would like to have like 30 worlds to choose from to like do my exercises in and be in. And same with like the ending part. What are we at? 5.4 miles? Now, we rest. Ow, the music is loud. Got a drink. Sleep mode. Oh, I never noticed this couch here. Okay, kick off my shoes. Also, millions of copies would still fit for Dragon's Dogma. First one sold millions of copies. I guess. Monster Hunter is like their biggest selling game of all time. And then Chatterino. Okay, we're in the beanbag. We're maximum comfort now. Back you, chat, except you lost. What the fuck, Bits? You can't say that to chat. Oh, this is pretty cool. I have no idea what you're looking at, Jan. You too, Elon? What did I do? This is messed up Bits. Lahi? Okay, that's my fault for having all my videos at different sound settings. The video player? Yeah. I don't think the Wispy Woo video players are like that good. We never use Wispy Woo maps for video players when Core does food videos. Standards, Yulin. It's so hard, dude. The first 50 videos I all had a standard, and then suddenly everybody was like, hey, these are quiet. And I went back to all of them, it's like, fuck, every single one of them is quiet. Fuck you, Bits, you too, Yulin. It's messed up. Will I end stream? I'm gonna get some fucking cake. I'm gonna get some more of that cake. Maybe a slice of pie. If Aiko goes live with VR chat, I want to join on him for a bit. If he doesn't, if he plays Lethal Company like he planned, I won't. I should like to record a video today. And then what video would I do? Oh, I think I have Yulemore left. I've done Lakeland, Amarang, Ilmeg, and Raktika Greatwood. Next is Yulmore. After that is Amaranth. Or Amarot. The Crushing Depths or whatever. And then, what else is there? Possibility I raid WoW tonight. But also, World Exploration with Core. She just hasn't done food videos in like 2 months. She's just like... I think she's really in a mood to just find, worlds in VR chat to run around and explore. Which I'm super down with. I like world exploration more than food videos. Oh, what are you guys all planning for today? I have a lot of maybe plans. Hi, Archangel. How are you? We supposed to have plans? No, not necessarily. No plans can themselves be plans. Literally going back to not talking to anyone after you end. Drawing maybe, I don't know, been sleepy all day? Wait, what did Yulin do? We played the Raktika Greatwood Lost one. That was the second video. And because the first one was a WoW video, the sound was maxed, and so when it got to Raktika Greatwood, it just started with a crazy ear-blasting Lahi. I'm alright, just being cute and also trapped in my room, ATM. Oh no, do you have guests over? I used to like hate leaving my room with guests. And then I don't know, I just hit like 25 or 26 and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I live here. It's what is talking to people. Same, LOL. Life is just easier when you stop caring about things. It's like I remember all high school caring about what people thought about me and like stressing out over like being cool. And then I was probably a little bit like that through college, and then I was just like, wait, I don't give a fuck. So like I went to work and they'd be like, hey, do you want to, you know, go to the pub with us after on Friday? And I'd be like, no, I don't want to go to a bar at all. I want to go home and play video games. And all my coworkers were just like, what? But we're like a family. And I was like, eh. For some reason, every time they arrived, I would always be at the bathroom. My roommate is moving out and has our back door and front door open so he can get his stuff out. Plus, we also have dogs, so I'm trying to keep my dog in my room. Oh. Yeah. I usually talk to people often, Gale, but recently a few people kind of pissed me off. Me being one of those bits for not playing Armor CS? No. I think Bits is pretty chill with people not wanting to play a game. Given that I'm always like, I'm never going to play Counter-Strike, and he's not like mad at me. I feel like if for Bits to get actually frustrated with somebody, it takes like real drama. Yeah, I know I play games that aren't for everyone. I'm going to force Yulin to play WildStar with me today. Today? Huh? But yeah, it's not game-related stuff. Though Yomi Hustle Bits is something I keep hearing time to time. Wow, Yulin Dono-walled me. I literally read it, Lost One. I went back and read it. What do you mean? Ugh to Yulin. Hell yeah. The walk wasn't like even slightly hard today. And then like laying in the beanbag, I'm like, oh, I'm more exhausted than I thought I was. Would need to get it first bits someday, maybe, I don't know. Try it. Actually kind of fun. I don't know. If there's any game that I would consider getting, there's a few that I'm keeping an eye on. It's less than $5. Just get it and try, and then refund if don't like. The WildStar thing is a joke. I know you're busy, ATM. The big thing with WildStar is that I don't want to fucking download anything while I'm awake. But when I'm going to bed, I forget to start a download on a game. Not triggering me. Well, then move closer, you dork. Get over here. I don't want to download a game for 1 or 2 hours. I'm almost inside you. You're like a foot away. And besides, there's going to be a lot of stuff overlapping in VR. That's just how VR works. Hell yeah. I think you're saying my tights is inside yours. That's fine. It's just gonna happen. Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, my tight is inside yours. Oh. Perchance bits, perchance. So much for avoiding people. There's people on the Arma server. Time to run Logi. It's fine, Jan Yulin likes it when people are inside them. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you. True! We have another gamer with us. No, I want to do WildStar. I also kind of want them to, like, progress the game a little bit more. Because my understanding is that the WildStar thing is still in progress. And I feel like I should start, Lord of the Rings first. Gamer achieved. They're sneaking. They're sneaking to stay out of camera sight. They're hiding behind a cushion. Gamer achieved. Oh, they can see the emotes? Wait, they can? Usually they can't, because I've got menu UI stuff. Oh, no, it's part of the environment. They can. It's when I'm walking and I'm filtering out all the VR chat stuff that they can't see them. I can throw tomatoes. You can only throw tomatoes now when we're just chilling. You can't throw them when I'm actually walking. is a Quooty? Are you drunk? I mean, I'm happy to see you say that. But are you drunk? It is okay, Gale is a cute Finn. Where did that even come from, Lawson? I mean, I agree, Gale is cute, but like, it feels like a completely different conversation. Are you drunk? No, I haven't been drunk in 4 years. Good lord, I've had this Vive Pro that long? No, it'd be 3 years. It'd be 3 years. Well, hold on. I'll twitch. Oh my god, no, I've had it for 4 years. Shit. I wish I could drink like once every 2 months. That's how like often I want to drink. Maybe even less than that. It's just so difficult to not get nauseous from alcohol. Cute. We gotta start spying on people. I open up this, I open up that. Who all is live today? I see, I see. Feel bad there isn't enough space for blank. There is. There's like a whole section of couch here. You two are just dorks and being weird about getting too close. I'm not here. Yes, you are, blank. I don't know what to... I see you, dork. My goofy senses are tingling. Hi, number one goober. Was there any news yesterday aside from Thanksgiving? I saw some stuff with Dream. So apparently Dream he was trending on Twitter a little while back with like, Dream did what? And people were like, oh no, he's grooming minors. But apparently like all the evidence against him grooming minors is like really superficial and like shaky at best. And so he probably didn't. But it's just a lot of people trying to, like, take him down. Okay, time for lunches, Rush. Take care, you Link, you chat. I hope it goes fast, Lost One. This time? Well, I'm not saying other times, but, like, a lot of people say he thirst traps his chat. And obviously, because he's a Minecraft VTuber. Or not VTuber, but a Minecraft streamer, content creator, whatever. Hi, Mixie. He has a very young audience, so he really shouldn't be trying to thirst trap his chat. But people are coming out with, like, evidence against Dream. But it's like, it means nothing. It's like people being like, oh my god, here's a video clip of Dream moaning into his phone and sending it to me. And it's like, well... how do you know that's Dream, right? Like, it would have been very easy to just, like, fake this. And there's a lot of cases like that where it's like very easy to fake and not proven. But it's also coming to light his beef with the voice actor for Gumball, where they didn't get along. They were in an Uber together, and the voice actor for Gumball was saying a lot of crazy shit, but he was like high and drunk, so it's like you can't really hold it against him. I've definitely seen people that I know are good people say some crazy shit when they're drunk. And people were mad at Dream, saying like it was wrong of you to release that. But like that's the only thing that we know happened. That's the only thing that's like super confirmed that Dream did, was show this recording of the Gumball voice actor when he was super drunk and high, crossfaded. Always have a nice dumpy, Yulin. Thank you. I might end here. I didn't think I was gonna be that tired, but now that I'm laying down and I've got Jan and Blank near me, I'm like, oh, I'm sleepy and just want to cuddle. I remember when Gumball said they wanted to destroy the middle class. No, don't go. You haven't let me in yet? Good. In our cold outside? How cold is it outside? It is 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Hi, I'm Gumball from the Amazing World of Gumball, and I want to eliminate the middle class. Hi, I'm Gumball from the Amazing World of Gumball, and I'm gonna say some racist shit and call myself Michelangelo. And then he does the Disney wand thing. It was... like how Blink is just there, silent. Close to Yulin. Yeah, Blink is like within patting distance. Just outside camera range. Has gone to the point when Yulin gets sleepy with my presence. Are you conditioning me? Are you like training me to fucking get sleepy around you? What the fuck? That's messed up. How could you do that to me? That sounds in character with Gumball, honestly. I mean, I don't. Oh, you're ending already? I'm just going home? I'm not sure if I'm ending. Part of me is like, I need to at least go 3 hours. And we're like just short of that right now. So I need to like at least go 5 minutes. But if like I got a burst of energy, then I wouldn't end. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, Pixel. What else did I see? I want to say I saw something else in the news. Oh! It's not really news, but the League of Legends changes looks fucking crazy. They have completely redesigned the Inferno Drake. And so the Inferno Drake is going to make it so that everybody plays like Bard. Did they hide feet again? No. For anybody that knows League of Legends, Bard gets these little meeps that spawn around the map, and he goes around and collects them. Inferno Drake, if it's an Inferno map, there's going to be these little cinder things that spawn around the map for everybody. And everybody's going to have their own set of cinders, I think. I'm not entirely sure on this. But, like, every 3 cinders you get is about 1% ability haste. And so, you can literally just, like, focus on collecting them and get a lot of ability haste. And if you're somebody that benefits from ability haste, this could be fucking nasty. If you die, 50% of your cinders drop on the ground. So if you have 200 cinders, that's like 60% ability haste, I think. 100 would drop on the ground. You don't keep 100. You only keep 5. If you die, you go down to 5 cinders. So it seems like a very snowball-y thing. Sonic the Hedgehog ring noises? Yes. I saw the clip from the Vanderl guy. The guy who does, like, PTR testing and whatnot. He farmed up to 500, and then he died on a character. And, it was almost, like, laggy with just how much of these little flames came out of him. It looks fucking crazy. Because there's characters that, like, you give them ability haste, they're gonna be fucking monsters. Morgana? Morgana's gonna be like, fuck this dude, what the fuck? Gragas is gonna be gnarly, because if he can build actual AP items while also getting 72% haste, what the fuck? Also, the map gets some changes whenever Baron spawns. Yeah, so Baron and just all the monsters are gonna be very void-themed. Now there's something before Rift Herald. There's gonna be, like, these 3 maggot spawner guys that are so ugly. At 14 minutes, Herald spawns. And then from, like, 20 or 22 minutes, Baron spawns. Void Grubs? Yeah. If you kill the Void Grubs, I think you have a chance to, like, spawn grubs when hitting turrets. And then if you get the, if you kill Rift Herald, you can actually, like, drive and control Rift Herald. When it'll do more damage when it's attacking turrets. It's very weird. Baron will have 3 variants. They don't look any different to me. I didn't see any difference aesthetically with them. But the map changes based on which Rift Herald spawns. Or which Baron spawns. And so, like, there's one version where it stays like a pit. I had dinner, currently eating half a pan of broccoli. The second version will, like, spawn a bunch of rocks in front of him and, like, close off his arena. And the third version will literally have, like, an open tunnel through the Baron pit. Their abilities look crazy. Yeah, they have different attacks for them. I don't think they look different. I would think they want him to look different, but from the video I saw, he doesn't. It's a very tiny difference. We're talking League of Legends, not WoW or Elden Ring. Yeah, I don't know. I don't dislike League. I'd love to play it. I just only would want to play with, like, a 5-stack. One has an eye on its forehead, one has a horn, one has nothing. Oh. My condolences for those who play. If you play League of Legends with 4 friends and you never have to deal with pugs, League of Legends is just a good time. It's just a good time, unless one of your friends is toxic. Get well soon. I'm falling asleep. My eyes are heavy. Okay. I'm gonna fall asleep and take a nap. And they see blank. I have to, like, run over here. Can I grab grab this? I'm exposing him. It's blank. I'm exposing him. Behavior. Look at me. Can I grab this? There we go. I kind of like this shot here. I'm gonna bring this over here. The urge to tickle Yule until he throws up is too strong. Wrong chat. I shouldn't tell you this, Global, but I'm actually extremely ticklish. That would 100% work on me. Blank is hiding inside the couch. Let's see. Where are we going today? It's a few good targets. We're gonna go to Spacefish. He's playing Oxygen not included. Raid. Spacefish. Yeah. Geez, it's not like I figured that out on my own. Thanks for stream. I'm home, honey, and yes, I'd like you first. Oh my goodness, blank. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company on our walk. We did 5.4 miles. The last time I weighed myself, so like I weighed myself 3 or 4 days ago and I was 158, and I was like, holy shit, that's so much weight I lost. And then I weighed myself yesterday after Thanksgiving dinner and I was 165, and I was like, what the fuck? There's no way I put that much weight on. So between the restaurant dinner and Thanksgiving, oops. But we'll go back to losing weight. I'm so relentless with walking, I'm not really too worried about it. But I love you. Bye.
It's in the food, because planting crops is also in that row.